Hi, I'm in the van today because outside is awful and windy, and it's impossible for me to do it in windy conditions because my mic, and I don't like poor sound quality. You deserve better than that. And this is Financial Times. Money, on to what I always talk about. I love money. Now, I know I do van life, but the problem is I'm not your average person. Always remember, TEFL teachers are SAS officer type. They've met all the people, they've had numerous situations, and I can live and work anywhere in the world. Because there's always foreigners needing English, and English is the lingua franca of the world. And what I'm going to talk about today is, it was something quite interesting actually, because I had a lot. When it comes to trading, you've got to be lucky, yes? And you've got to have skill, but you've got to have luck. And it's a bit like art in a sense. They say trading's an art. I believe it to be true actually. Because you might like the art, but other people won't. And people see what they want to see. So, one of my buys last week, so I'm going to prove all to you, because I actually put 16k into two different positions in two different accounts, in total. And with me, I know I'm slightly different, but in my experience of teaching English as a foreign language, the ones who've got money, got it all together, they all hide it. Generally speaking, the ones who are the brand new car, flash house, everything totally flash. Generally, it may just be show. And in my experience of teaching a foreign language, the ones who've got the money, they hide it. They'll have an average car. Or they will build another part of the house once they've had a tax rebate, or with a company they own that they won a contract and they can afford to do the extension or whatever. But they'll only do it if they have the money. And what I'm trying to say to you is, I am disciplined. That's why I show you the six-pack and me doing other exercises. It's not me showing off. It's discipline. Because to be good at trading and to get your life together, you need discipline. And when you come near me, you'll get to know that over the time. Starts are always hard, and Britain desperately needs new role models, because we're needing to make the country more productive. I have voice of authority because I'm not state funded, and the system works for me. I've nearly made, in the last 5 months, £90,000. Yes. So anyway, I'm going to start. One of my buys last week was Hornshield Mining. I'll show up here. Hornshield Mining. And it's a recommendation in the Financial Times. You see it? Hornshield Mining. I'm getting better at this now. Yes? You see it? Recommended by a green light on it. A green little sticker. It's a buy. Now that's good for me because I bought it before. Because this is the... What is it today? This is the 30th of August. And Financial Times coming out today. This is the weekend edition. And also, there's another article in the Financial Times recommending it. You see it? Yeah, I'm getting better at this now. Yeah, you see it? Yeah. It doesn't matter. They're just recommending it. It says it's paying off debt. It's made 3% more profit. It's doing okay. Well, I actually bought it last week before it actually, and there's the price. And one of my trades was, it says a minus, but it actually is a buy. But it's how this website does it. I'll show you here. As you'll see, it's a buy. And it's over here, I believe. Is it here? Down here, is it here? There you go, I've got it over here. I'll come into Harsh amount, and that's the buy. It's got the date, everything else on there, so it shows the buy. Right, and no proof in the pudding, and here's the other one as well. There's got another one, was for just under 10k, 9.7. There we go, on the 29th of August. There we go. See, there you go. Partial mining, 29. So, the reason why I'm showing you this is I was lucky that Financial Times has chosen the stock as a buy recommendation, because it means that on Monday the price will go up. Now, I actually bought it because it had a bad news report, and I bought it 10% down. It has been up 2 or 3% since I bought it. But on that stock, on that one stock, that 16k that I invested in it, I'm almost certain to probably make 3k. Because Financial Times has recommended it. Silver's going to go up for numerous reasons with gold, which I won't get into, but the problem with commodities is they go parabolic. And what I'm trying to say to you is, I can trade, and I love my commodity trading. It's something I have learned to do. And when you hone your skills, eventually you can just do it. Yes, I just seen the stock. I said, I'm going for it. It's fine. And what I'm trying to say to you is, how many people could afford 16k just like that? And that's how it is. So I love my trading, because what's the word for it? It's given me financial freedom. And I really love having that freedom. If I work for money, pay taxes like most people, you will never get the freedom that I have. For example, next month, I know I'm just talking about me and I'm just talking about money, but it's important you hear it. Next month I get about 1,300, 400 in dividends. And oh, I forgot to tell you, the Financial Times done a boomer, by the way. This actually pays, this goes ex-dividend next week as well. It pays a dividend, a small dividend. And that will incentivize people to buy it as well. And what I'm saying to you is, yes, it goes ex-dividend next week. And what I'm saying to you is, free money. And next month I was saying I'm getting 1,300, 1,400 in dividends. And I'll reinvest those dividends in whatever I think will give me the most money. The thing with commodities is, they're always going up and down. But it's not like a company, for example, like sells computers or sells food or chocolate or whatever. If people don't have money, they won't buy so much chocolate or whatever. Because of people, there may be a reason why people are not buying it, because it got too expensive, so the price could go down because people are not buying it or they don't like the product anymore. But with commodities, they're recession proof in certain ways, especially energy stocks. Interesting, isn't it? I love my trading, and I've not done it now for 10 years. And at one time I've done 100 hours a week working and studying. I done the grind, and because I done the grind, the sacrifice, I've now got the freedom. And when I talk to you about the van life, being in nature every day, that's not really what I want to give you. I want people to have the freedom to live a life that they would like to live, rather than a life where it's controlled just for money and buying stuff and just going for the next quick fix because it feels good. Then on that subject, my computer, I've got a new computer. I went on to mainland, just bought it. It was 189 quid. Yes, yeah, 100 courage, yeah, 100, yeah, we're going to get better at this, 189 quid, yeah. And I just buy a computer, yes, yeah. I just buy a computer that is cheap, lasts me for the year, and that's it. Obviously with my good computer, my good one, yes, I only use this for trading, nothing else. Or if I'm doing video editing, but at the moment I'm not doing video editing. But basically this one I use every day, and I need to charge up usually twice per day. So generally speaking, the battery starts to wear out in my experience, because I use it as a heavy use. Generally it starts to wear out after the year, and the battery starts to wear out. So basically what happened was when you do the van life, it's easy for something to happen, so it's dropped, or something could drop on it, or whatever. So if you have something cheap, it's no big deal. If this lasts a month and it breaks, I don't care. This was over £2,000. I only use it for trading, and it stays in its cover all the time. You see it yet? I will not. Here you go, it's in its cover. You can't rest with my Apple. Oh no. And that is how you do it, see. You always have a plan B, and this one I just use for my Twitter, for my YouTube, and it works for me. But what I'm really trying to say to you is it's another discipline. I remember at one time I had no money, and I couldn't even afford to buy a computer. Not anymore. That was a long time ago. That was over 10 years ago. And I used to be an idiot, but not anymore. And I think once you get your life together, you never look back. And discipline is my thing. I continue to work on my personal development. For example, I'm doing the stand up for the floor exercise at the moment, and I've mastered it. I will show you that, but the weather's too bad today, not making excuses. I'm not showing you me standing on the floor with no hands, but I can do it. And that is all about personal development. I know I'm just talking on and everything else, but it's not the van life I want to show you. I want people to live a life that suits them. And I look forward to being in France and getting my new RV. On that subject of my new vehicle, there's a snag, one I don't like. If I buy over £40,000, I have to pay more road tax. I like to be cost effective with money. It's not me being tight. I like to be cost effective. I don't like to waste money. And I don't really. An older one at 40k would be fine. So I'm not really quite sure, but I'm glad that I've done the research into getting a Volkswagen camper, because it will suit me. The short wheelbase will be perfect for what I'm going to do next. And that's the key. You've got to have a transition and find out how to navigate from A to B, and how you would like to do it. I see up here, for example, in Scotland, there's quite a few English up here. They've done the arbitrage trade of housing down south in England, North England, and North England, South End, Midlands, wherever. They've done the arbitrage trade. However, I think I'm quite lucky because I do trading. Doesn't matter where I am. I don't need to work. I don't need the money. But I think for the people, some of the English who've come up here, I see them working in the co-op here on the island, which is not a problem. I've no problem with people working in a shop. But what I'm trying to say to you is that's how it is an island. There's limited opportunities. So to do shop work that's all there is. Personally speaking, if I wanted to, I could run my own school here. It wouldn't be a problem. But I'm international and I'd rather not teach here. I prefer being international because I love teaching English as a second language in that country. It just suits my personality. I like being odd, I like being different, and I like being with people who speak English as a second language, having explained things to me. I love all that. Not because it's awkward, but because I learn lots of new things myself. Because I know how hard it is to learn a language. It's tough. I'm learning French, and at the moment I'm going through that tough bit. I had the exact same problem when I was doing my English language degree. You've got to go through the grind. And now, when I think about it, everything's more or less pretty straightforward now. But it always is straightforward once you know how to do it. But when you're learning something, everything is just hard work. And I don't like it. But that's just, you've got to do hard. And if you want to go on, you've got to do hard. But I will miss my van because it's a brilliant van. However, my new one, Volkswagen, will be much better in certain ways. Because it will suit my personality and I'll meet people, more people like me. In this van, as I've said before, I look like someone who could be a bit dodgy. Some people look and see the white van and think you're some sort of up to no good. Whereas if I have a Volkswagen camper, people look at me as he's on holiday. Look at me from a different viewpoint. And also, as I've said to you before, if you look like you've got money and you're a stranger, well, people are happy. People always like it when you've got money, especially when you're spending, because, well, it's just how it is. But on that subject, actually, because I've got a new computer, yeah. Only 189 quid, yeah, from Curry's. It's good. Basically, I went over there and done some shopping. Yes. I got the awkwardness, and it's just because they see the van, they think, oh no, who's he? Stranger. But saying that, the reason why it's like that too is because of immigration, all the third world, the cost of living crisis, all together. It's understandable. I just let it go over my head, and people say they want to see, and I accept that. And as I keep repeating, the system works for me in the UK, and I know for the rest of my life I will be paying taxes.